I've had somebody ask me to do a video of the MAME Cab in action, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video here, just with my phone. Okay, so the machine's turned off right now. The power button for the machine is hidden back here behind the control panel, so it's easy to reach over and get to, but it's out of the way of kids and you can't accidentally knock it off. Just watch the machine fire up here. Got the big monitor in the back there, and then marquee monitor up top. It's obviously a Windows based machine, you can see that going on. So the machine is fully working, running Hyperspin, MAME. It's got the full 0153 MAME catalog, complete with CHDs, and a full Hyperspin front end to go with that. So it's pretty cool. The only things I never got around to finishing were the top panel on top of the cab here. Just never got around to doing that. It's cosmetic. It's not structural in any way, but it could do with a top put on it. I'll show you the other side over here. And you can see the cab is closed at the top, but it just needs a little bit of panel work on there. I just never got around to it. Alright, that's the marquee, and then we're just waiting for everything to start up here. I did a custom sort of movie for it to fire up at the beginning of boot, so it's kind of a fun thing really. But we'll just hit the start button here to get into Hyperspin. This is Hyperspin starting up, an LED blinky, and I don't know if you can see here, but you'll see that all the buttons for the players are LED, so full RGB LED, sorry. And this is the 4-player version of the original cab, so 6 and 6 for player 1 and 2 for the buttons, 4 buttons for players 3 and 4. Player 1 and 2 joysticks are servo controlled 8-way 4-way restrictors that are fired off by the software, so depending on what game you choose, it will automatically switch the control panel restrictors to 4-way or 8-way. What else we got down here? There's the audio down here, so you can see here we can mute it pretty easy, and then can pump it up. It's got some really nice bass to it, this machine, so as far as arcade machines go, the sound's pretty damn good. Okay, so let's just go into Hyperspin. Player 1 button is the equivalent of hitting enter. I've got dedicated buttons up here: favorite, select, menu, genre. At the moment I've got it set up so we have a Daphne emulator. A fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight. So let's choose Daphne, and then I think there's 19 Laserdisc games set up to run on this. Obviously the most popular being Dragon's Lair, and you'll see as I change the menus, the marquee changes dynamically as well. So let's go back up to Dragon's Lair here. And just
a fantasy adventure where you
let's hit player 1 button to fire up the emulator. Excuse me.
You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has Dragon's Lair, treacherous monsters adventure where you become a valiant knight. Quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of in the mysterious castle.
Sure what's happening there.
Your odyssey continues against
menus
the
are quit out.
forces that oppose your efforts.
Hyperspin kept going in the background there. Let's try that again.
Lead on.
That's better. It's a MAME cab, and sometimes the software does some random things. So I just went back to the menu and then fired the emulator up again, and it worked properly. So Dragon's Lair looks pretty kick-ass on this monitor because it's about 29 inches in size. So it's pretty sweet. And then to coin up, each player has their own coin button here. So hit that just to put a credit in. Hit it again because it's I guess it's a 2-coin credit game. And then play one button, start the game, and you can see how bad I am at Dragon's Lair. I'm pretty horrible at this game. Uh-oh. So, yeah. Anyway. Looks great, plays great, tons of fun there. So just hit menu to escape, and it'll quit out of the emulator, go back to the menu for that particular emulator, and if you hit menu again, then it takes you to the top level menu where you can move between emulators. So I've got Neo Geo set up on its own, and MAME set up its own. So drop down into MAME. This has got full MAME catalog. So again, in MAME, as you move through the games, the marquee changes. Don't have marquees for every single game, but quite a lot. Yeah, Karate Champ. Check it out. Nice. Go down here and hit favorites. So you can view favorite games or add that game that you were just looking at to your favorite game. But we're just going to choose view favorites. It's got a bunch of our favorite stuff lined up here. So let's go and take a look at, say, like Miss Pac-Man. One of the reasons I built the screen like this is so we can include basils as well as the actual playing area on the screen. So let's fire up Miss Pac-Man. And you'll see it come up in MAME. No nag screens. I've hacked all of that stuff out. And there you go. There's the Miss Pac-Man basil and the actual playing screen. Of course, we have the marquee at the top. And if we look in real close at this, I'll try and keep it in focus. You'll see that the basils are very sharp. But then you look at the game, we've got proper scanline effects to give you that illusion of a CRT. This is a plasma screen, so it has a glow to it that you don't get with LCD screens. So it definitely looks a lot more convincing than just a crappy LCD screen. And usually using these filters, these are software filters, they're called HLSL filters, and they're configurable. You have to learn about that stuff if you want to be able to do that. But pretty convincing. Again, so just so here's the thing I wanted to show you. Let's lift up the control panel here, and you'll see if you look down here, the restrictor plate is set to 4-way. It's got the 4-way diamond shape there. And I'm going to try, I've only got so many hands, but I'm going to try and go back to the main menu. Okay, and they can't see it move yet. I'm try and pick a game with 8-way movement, Mortal Kombat 3, and we'll fire that game up. And there you go. You see the restrictor plate to move. So now you can see the restrictor plates at an 8-way setting for the 8-way game. And if I quit back out of that game, it goes back again. So that's pretty seriously cool. And there's the back of the control panel. All good stuff. Okay. If we select, I'm going to select Mortal Kombat 3 again here to fire up, because I want you to see the keys. Now this is a software thing, but you'll see that the keys for the game have lit up just for player 1 and player 2. Nothing is lit up for 3 and 4, because obviously it's a 2-player game. So I'll go back to the menu here and I'll choose a game. Let me choose something like Turtles. Okay, and you'll see if I fire this game up, let's wait for it to start. So this is cool because it's actually put the instruction cards down by the sides of the screen. In MAME you can choose to turn off the instruction cards and just use the entire screen in a larger format. So it's up to you. You can play the game at sort of like 19-inch size, or you can turn off bezels altogether and play games at 20, 25, 29-inch, and you can do that per game. But down here, we look at it. We have our buttons, just one and player 1, the number 1 and number 2 button lit up for each player on the control panel, because it's a 4-player game. So that's how that works. And hit menu again, back out, and that's pretty much it. Scroll through, if I can find like a bowling game or a golden tee or something. Yeah, golden tee. Let's fire golden tee up. And again, instruction cards, button, nice scan line effect. Okay, let's turn this down a little bit. Turn that down a bit. All right, so you've got the idea. That's how the whole machine works. There's other bits and pieces, but that's basically the whole setup for the MAME Cab.